Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
All right, well, hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Gun Show. We killed G-Webs, so that's why I'm talking. Yeah, so tonight it's me, Bob, in Canada.
Hey, glad to be here.
G-Webs, still alive, but in Tucson.
Yep.
And yeah, Daily Gun Show. So we do 3 gun topics. And gun of the day, gun shop of the day, gun movie of the day, and sometimes a quiz. But as you guys know from other shows, we've been changing it up. So we don't have a lead. We just go with it. So yeah.
Well, we lead with what happened with Trump was turning against us, and now he's okay now. So, or at least they haven't put any really onerous gun laws against us. Like, I mean, there's been some stupid stuff from states, of course, but yeah, this thing, it's just like, we're going to arm the teachers. Well, that's a good thing, right? I think teachers should be armed. I think there shouldn't be gun-free zones. I think it's a stupid thing. So arming teachers, that's a good thing. That was a gun law that was passed. What was the other one?
Today there was a gun law passed about arming teachers.
Well, today or on the weekend or something, or some last couple of days. Yeah.
I obviously have been under a rock.
Yeah, I did not hear about that. You're talking on a federal level or at one of the states?
Yeah, federal level. There was it was a bill passed Congress, or it passed Congress, and it was a bill about arming teachers, and there was something else in it that was, not so good, but oh man, I just can't remember the details. I'm really sorry. I should have studied this, but obviously I don't do my homework.
Oh, glad you brought it up though.
Well, I mean, we'll totally look into that. It's interesting. I didn't know that.
I was kind of hoping our audience would chime in and go, did I hear that wrong? Or, I'm like, what actually happened? I'm trying to engage the audience.
At this part, nobody's aware of it. At this point, nobody's aware of it.
Okay. Well, anyway, but other than that, nothing happened here other than, it's starting to warm up a little more, although we're still expecting a big snowstorm. So I'm so cranked to get the motor swapped in this RV so I can be on the road again to do the gun shop tour.
Well, on the road again. I mean, that's a good segue to the Gun Show Loophole Tour, which will be happening soon. So check out the Indiegogo.
Yep.
Okay, Indiegogo, and get a patch.
It's called Indiegogo, not Indiegogo. Is it actually like?
What is it? No, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know anything. What's it actually called?
We'll grab a link. Indiegogo.
Okay, Indiegogo.
I was kind of wondering because maybe there's an Indiegogo somewhere. I'll bet there is.
I don't know.
And I just like to point out.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. But yeah, so I'm sure there's going to be a link somewhere in the YouTube sides and on the Gun Channel sides. But yeah, stop by, get a sticker. The stickers will be made by me, actually. So they'll be awesome. And then the patches, those will be totally awesome. But even if you, if you don't want any of our stuff, throw money at it anyway.
Exactly. So that'll get us out on the road, and looks like we'll be heading out to California, then out to Tulsa. Some fun with that. We over the weekend worked on the trading cards. So even though we weren't able to come up with the elaborate ones that we had hoped to, I did do a version. So hopefully we'll see those soon, or sooner than later at least. And then I think we have a meet coming up, or like an online hangout coming up for the Tulsa show here soon to coordinate and finalize some of the last minute stuff. So it should be a pretty fun couple weeks here.
Yeah, it sounds like, man.
Jimmy's here, also from the Arizonas.
He texted me earlier to see if I would punch him in on time, so it would look like he'd been here the whole time.
But
Yeah. We're supposed to say
Now
that on
that
air.
Angelina's taken over, we have a tougher boss. So, Jimmy, G-Webs just went and told Angelina that you phoned in, so you're not getting paid for the first hour.
that's a write-up. That's
Yeah.
a write-up.
And plus, yeah, you're getting rid of, and that's going to go to human resources.
Bob's very quickly becoming my right hand.
I'm sucking up as fast as I can, man. I know which
Yes, that is.
side of the bread my
Bob's our new agent.
Hey, Bob, you got some shit on your nose.
So we're going to be talking media today, right? Or are we going to talk about the week? I guess we usually talk about the week, but do we want to?
Yeah, let's talk about the week. So what about the week? What are we going to say about the week?
what happened during the week.
What
we have
happened?
an audience out there. Why don't we ask them? Well, we normally talk about what we're going to be talking about this week. That was our first segment on Mondays on the old format. So if people want to throw in there some segment
I
ideas.
thought it was Tuesday, to be honest.
Isn't it Monday?
Yeah,
it's
it is.
Saturday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. All right, so that's why I'm thrown off. But okay, yeah. So we don't really have any topics for the week, right? Yeah.
Correct. So if you want to throw them out there, we'll take a look and we'll use selected ones of those. And then
I'm with Angelina. I thought it was Tuesday too.
All right. So we'll need something to talk about for social media. I don't know, what did Clover talk about on Thursday? Anybody know?
I don't know. I didn't catch that. Did you?
No, I wasn't in that show.
Yeah. Thursday, Clover Tack talked about.
Since I shift and everybody else doesn't, we start our show, for me, right when Clover's starting. However the hell that worked out.
Well, I just think we use Clover as a springboard, or just kind of as a stepping stone, right, to be the ultimate show. So, I mean, you basically think Clover's show, and then we step on it to put our show above it, because we should be.
Well, he's like the warm-up act, right? Getting them all ready for the.
Every show on the internet is the warm-up act for us, really.
Yeah. Best show on the internet. Anyway, so audience, I mean, do you guys have any topics you want to have us talk about this week?
Can anybody actually see them? I only have one computer right now, so I'm really crippled and limited and can only see one screen. Kind of two, but you know.
We're watching on the YouTube side.
I see
We're
on
not
the
getting any suggestions yet, so I guess we'll just keep going. There must be some kind of lag.
just keep going. So yeah, usually between the first and the second segment, we recognize someone who's a participator, whatever. Now we just randomly pick someone, whoever sends the best bribe, usually. So
Yeah, I haven't picked anyone in a while.
Well, why don't we go with the last person to post over on Gun Channels, which was Big Gunner Rick. He's in North Carolina now, I think, and it looks like he was posting about the thingy 3D prints to put his pistols in. So sort of like a display stand you'd see at a store or something. And he 3D prints those. He's saying he can do them with logos if people are interested. He does the Pod Tuesday.
Yeah, and actually, like Big Gunner, I mean, man, he puts a ton of content out, and I've met him a couple times now, and nice guy, like just a really nice guy. And you watch him on YouTube and you listen to him on YouTube. That's kind of who you're getting. He's just a really nice guy who's willing to help you out, and yeah, he definitely deserves a big shout out. Obviously,
all
I
right,
like.
cool. Well, he's our tactical featured member of the day.
And his wife's cute.
All right. Well, with that,
Well, good thing we got that information out there.
oh, snowman's here, made of magical snow.
Yes, indeed. Sorry for being tardy. I have a note.
It's all right. Well,
After
you're
class.
just not getting paid for the hour.
It was
So
actually, the note he has is actually the bar bill and the tip he gave the bartender, who happens to be a woman.
Huh.
That's not true at all. Now you're just making
No,
stuff up. Anyways, let's get into the second segment of the show.
all right. So how to use social media? What do we want to know about social media? I think all of us are social media people in some kind of way.
Facebook people, quit doing it.
Probably the best one.
Point.
So yeah. So what is social media for you, Bob? What do you do on social media?
Instagram, YouTube, Google, I guess, because it's got to do it to YouTube. That's it.
All right. What do you? Which one do you like? What's your favorite one?
YouTube.
All right. Good answer. G-Webs?
Oh, I've used pretty much all of them, I think. Not all of them, but as many as that are useful and have been used by other people.
What's your favorite currently?
That's a good question. Probably Instagram or gun channels.
Gun channels, the best one. Jimmy?
I got YouTube. Wait, are we counting gun channels? Yeah, right.
Well,
Gun
I'm
channels.
counting gun channels, but if we're counting,
It's a social media network, dude. But yeah. So what I say? Instagram, gun channels, YouTube, and recently I've joined Twitter a couple times. And favorite, I guess Twitter. I'm actually starting to like Twitter. I
What?
just tweet everything. I tweet everything at Donald Trump. It's kind of cool.
I used to really like Twitter.
What is so good about Twitter then? I'll go let Maggie and then Angelina go, and then I'll go back and.
okay.
All right,
And I want to talk after that.
Now,
I
boys.
use the Instagrams and the YouTubes and the gun channels and the Every Second Matters. I have a Twitter, but I never look at it. I rarely ever post anything. It was mostly for, like, I got it for following other people, and then I just don't even do that much anyway. Like, I don't even look. So, yeah, I'm kind of in the boat. I don't really get Twitter that much, but Instagram is a pretty darn good one that I like. But obviously, gun channels and Every Second Matters for gun-related stuff.
All right, good, cool. Well, I use, the books and all that, the Instagrams, the whatevers, the gun channels. My favorite's probably gun channels. I'm gonna say gun channels.
That's
Well, no, but you got to do besides guns. Like, which one is it?
Oh, I see. Which one's the?
Oh, her
legitimate-
answer's not good enough for you? What the
Which
hell?
one's the
Well,
legitimate?
no.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I would assume that all of our favorites are gun channels. What's your,
What's my second favorite?
yeah.
I guess Instagram, but my personal Instagram is probably the most boring place on the planet. So it's not
Yeah,
like
it is. We need more puppy pictures.
I know that's pretty much all it is. It's like animal pictures.
I like that.
But now can we go back to Jimmy and why?
Yeah.
Twitter. So what's so good
All
about?
right, let's hear about it.
Jimmy, tell us what's
All right. Well, you guys have conversed with me enough to know that I'm kind of quick, fast, to the point. I like to just get right to it. And that's what Twitter is. You post your little picture, you post your little tweet, you post your hashtags, you tweet it at who you're going to tweet it at. And it's a quick, fast way to get out straight to the point information. I mean, I guess you could do the same thing with Instagram, but I feel like there may be too many puppy pictures up there for the information part to sink in. I mean, Twitter could fall victim to the same thing, don't get me wrong, but
Well, hold on. Twitter's way older and it's bigger than Instagram, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, which I mean could be a bad thing, it could be a good thing, I don't know.
Twitter's a huge thing, but it's very limited.
here's what I get.
Well, are
from-
you seeing all these places like Facebook, their stock is dropping and everybody, I mean,
So the thing
I mean,
when I think of the platform, right? You got your YouTube and you're posting a video, and then there's different ways you can play with it. We don't have to explain that. You get your Instagram, you're posting an image, it's tagged, so you got the people that are following you that are going to see it because it comes up in their stream, even with the logarithm weirdness. And then you get people that are searching a hashtag, and they could potentially find it and discover you. So I see Instagram as being discoverable, as well as keeping in contact with your friends. With the Facebook, I guess you've got that same situation, but it seems so messy. There's so many things to do there that you either have to really get into it or just be willing to be confused all the time. With the Twitter, I don't see it change much. So its platform has just been consistent, but the way I am familiar with it, it's like a distribution. So one famous, important, large channel, whatever you call a Twitter page, distributes info, and then there's a bunch of people redistributing it. Is there a conversation going on over there, or is there a lot of parallel or like new content being created, or is it, because I always got the impression it was mostly just distribution of info?
There are definitely people that get in Twitter wars with each other that go back and forth,
But those are like
retweeting and adding each other or whatever. And you see that with whatever, like two comedians, like, hey, you stole my joke, and the other person, no, I didn't. And then
That's just been recent, but
right, so
But
hang on, finish my point, please.
here's something though. Like, let's go off
In
Twitter.
order to see that, do you have to be subscribed to either of those comedians? Like, if you just go to YouTube, it's going to show you stuff. Can you just go to Twitter and see stuff? Like, see what?
You can search. I mean, you can do the same thing with like the hashtag thing. You can pull up a hashtag of whatever.
Trending too, right? Doesn't Twitter have trending?
I don't know. It might.
But,
not so much, but
Is trending? It might be interesting for like current events or politics, but is that useful for two-way stuff?
only if it's big.
Nah, it's in between. It's kind of it's useful for sure, but
Hang on. Let's like, what about new platforms like Twitch? I mean, I keep hearing the stuff that Twitch is going to be the next big thing, and it has been a big thing for a while, but it's been growing and growing and growing. But now it's getting to be really big. So
well, it will be. It's got to grow a little bit more, but right now I think that it's more gamer orientated.
it is, but why couldn't you just do a live camera stream of you at a 2A rally or you at a shooting range and shit like that? No
I
reason.
mean, you could, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's a lot for them to support. I mean, I don't know how big Twitch is yet, but
Well, it's pretty big. They had the biggest audience ever on a live on stream. They had like something like millions. Yeah, it was like 500 million people watching a live stream. This ninja dude guy was doing a live stream, and then he had, I don't know, a couple of rappers came on with his played with him and stuff like that, and it was one of the biggest, most watched live stream events ever. So that's a big thing, right? That's way bigger than what YouTube and Google and shit are doing. So, like, should we talk about these new platforms? I don't know.
Maybe, maybe there could be a show in the future about these other platforms and how they relate to 2A activism and stuff of that nature.
So on the Twitter, then, when you tweet something, you add it to somebody. Do you have any indication or any kind of way of knowing if they've looked at it?
not that I've found so far, no. But like I said, I'm only into it like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I'm into it right now, so I haven't learned everything yet.
And then, so I guess I'm just wondering what's interesting about it. Like the way Instagram works, I've liked how you can follow people on Instagram and see their thing, but on Twitter you're reading everything, right? There's not so many pictures.
There's more. It's more reading, yeah. So I mean, if you're not, yeah, if I don't know, but that's a downside for some of it. But it's pretty much, from what I've found, it's the same as Instagram, and I've actually kind of navigated it a little bit quicker, or easier, I guess, than I did when I first started with Instagram.
So you go through and you look at your feed, at least the way I play with Instagram, is I'll look at what's in my feed. So what they're saying people I follow have been posting, and unfortunately, that's with the logarithm now kind of in weird order. So I'll see the stuff that people have been posting, and then I'll go over and look at the comments to the stuff that I've posted, and that's how I use Instagram. So it's in that way I can post something and then get feedback from it, and that's an interesting part of Instagram. And then I can see what other people are posting, and then either read what's going on with the comments or participate in something over there. Is that similar in Twitter? Because for me, Twitter is just a place that I shove everything. I just drop everything on Twitter and I never monitor it.
I mean, it's similar, yeah, but there's not as much, what's the word? Interaction. There's not as much interaction.
Well,
I mean, unless you get something that goes like viral necessarily, but I mean, yeah, there.
Yeah, because you can't really get like comments to a tweet. So as far as when you just first load it up, boom, everyone you're following, you see all their tweets. Just like Instagram, you see all their pictures. So if you're not following the people, you won't see it, but you can still search hashtags just like Instagram. So if you wanted to search a thing, you could see a bunch of random people and whatever they were saying. But what I've noticed is like, if you want to respond to something, you just like when you reply to them, and then it's just like you and them talking, but you can't have like 20 people talking about the one comment. It's just all these like back and forth conversations. So that's the part that I've kind of found weird. People retweeting and replying and all that kind of stuff. But you can't just be like, oh, this is an interesting tweet. Let's see what people are saying about it. Because you can't like find everyone else's thing.
Right. In other words, everybody's commenting on their own stream about somebody's post, correct? And now you have to go to each individual stream to follow up on that comment thread.
Right. And if it's so, some people, what they'll do, like let's say I say something profound, like, "Oh, Smeggy Cave's awesome," and
Like
everyone says to me, like, "Yeah, I totally agree." I can retweet all the replies that I get. So then, if you were only following me, if I did the work to retweet everybody, you would see all those other people because I'm just basically reposting.
Okay. On your own feed, though.
On my own feed. But then also all the people that follow me are like, why does he keep reposting what other people are saying to him? Like, I don't care. And you don't always have to be saying at someone. You can literally just type something. It doesn't have to be directed at anyone. That's just one of the options. You can, at somebody, and then it will show up to them.
Watch us saying you put links on Twitter. That could be an advantage. I could see that. So,
right, and that's especially because it's 140 characters or whatever. So a lot of times, you write an article somewhere or something, then you tweet about it and say, "Hey, check this out." Whereas it's a little bit harder to do that on Instagram.
The way that it's set up, from what I'm familiar, because like I said, I don't spend a lot of time there. You have an account for yourself or for like a thing. Like I've got one for the Daily Gun Show probably. So can that have multiple admins, or is it just one person per account and you just have to share the password? Or is it like Facebook?
Password?
It's not like Facebook where you can have groups and you can apply admins to it and multiple people can monitor a project on Twitter?
I think it's just one.
But then when people do want to monitor it together, they just share passwords then?
Yeah, as far as I know, yes.
How big is the 2A stuff? I can only judge by how often people come into the gun channels and talk about Twitter. And a long time ago, whenever Matt had that one guy on who did the intro for him, that was weird. He sounded like a radio guy before he started doing the devil voice intro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that long ago, that's the last time I had somebody come around that was like, Twitter's cool and it's useful and it's a good tool and there's not enough 2A people over there. Let's get over there and do something significant 2A on Twitter. And then he got a job and didn't do anything for the 2A as far as I know since then. But that was the last time somebody came around. So I don't know if I just abandoned Twitter because it seems like it's always like Justin Bieber and Trump, or if it's because it was just didn't seem all that interesting. All you can do is distribute info over there. So I figured as long as I drop it there, it's being distributed. But I guess you're saying there's a lot of conversations still going on over there all the time.
Well, yeah, but also on that same token, it's I'm only following pro 2A people, like Firearms Policy Coalition and all the early watchers that are on the Twitter or whatever, and it's all 2A people, NRA and that kind of stuff. So I mean, there's always pro 2A conversation going on, but like I said, I think I'm too much of a novice, really. I haven't explored enough to really see, but that what you said about Twitter and why you kind of got not necessarily sick of it, but kind of got off of it a little bit was because that's kind of how I look at Instagram right now. Like, I don't know. I see a bunch of 2A stuff, but then I see, a bunch of bunny rabbits and a bunch of, BS.
It's really difficult to be interested in Twitter going forward because, at least at the moment, because like you say, it's if you post anything that isn't just money shots, then your numbers aren't going up and there's just no response. So the people there are the kids and the people that aren't really activists. They're just kind of looking to entertain, which is fine, but it's not a good avenue for 2A stuff. It's possible with I'm be curious what you find out from the Twitter, if it just more active because people are reading over there. It's just a different type of medium.
So I think it can be useful. Like I said, I don't use it that well, and maybe it's because of the people I followed. I picked bad people, and my feed gets filled with a bunch of junk or whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm just not even going to look at it. But I totally can see where it can be useful, especially if it seems like Twitter is almost more. If you get like a big celebrity type person to like retweet like the little guy, like that gives them a big bump, so that it can be used from that point of view. Because I think more people on Twitter, more people follow just like big celebrity people. On Instagram, people follow like more of their peers, like just people that have cool pictures. So maybe that's the difference. It's a little bit different dynamic.
What I want to know with Instagram, though, the one thing that's always confused me is if you put in a hashtag, I guess Instagram or Twitter, you put in a hashtag that says, I guess maybe Instagram does the hashtag.
Or whatever, some type of hashtag.
Hashtag, yeah, okay. You put in hashtag says just one more, and then you put in hashtag that says just one less. Do they cancel each other out? Or do people who are looking for the hashtag just one less, do they get to see somebody's hashtag just one more, a new gun they bought?
No, so when a hashtag is like a category, it's like a descriptive thing. So when you put hashtag Bob and then you put hashtag Daily Gun Show, if someone types in hashtag Daily Gun Show, they see all of the pictures that have the Daily Gun Show hashtag. If someone looks up hashtag Bob, they see all of the pictures that you put hashtag Bob on. So one more, one less, +5, -5, it doesn't matter. If someone's looking for one more, they'll see that. If someone's looking for one less, they'll see that. It doesn't delete itself.
Yeah, they won't see the one more as well as the one less.
What do you...
Yeah, I'm confused by the question now, I guess. They will see... I
mean, if you put both hashtags in...
whatever hashtag you give it.
Yeah, but what if you put 2 in it? Don't both hashtags show up on the...
I'm trying to think how to describe it.
Let's keep going. They're in both lists, yes.
Yeah. We'll explain to you later, Bob, maybe.
Yeah, you'll have to because, yeah.
All right, so break 2. What do we want to do with break 2? Or do we want to do...
I vote for going to a new segment.
Yeah, let's go to a new segment.
All right, new segment.
Gun Show Loophole Tour Indiegogo, huh?
Why don't we do the movie of the day just to mix things up a bit?
Yeah, that's fine. Movie of the day. Let's do movie of the day.
I have to look at the thing.
What is
so
it?
What do we got for movie of the day? We have nothing. Right?
Oh, I don't see anything.
We got
So-
nothing.
Let's-
So,
we got Duelist.
Oops.
all right.
Duelist.
Ivan, has anyone seen that or just Bob?
Well, I've seen the John Wayne one. I don't think I've seen the original 1954 one, but
I've not seen either of them.
Yeah, I never even heard of it. So maybe describe it a little bit. What kind of movie is it?
The Last Gunfighter is a Western. Of course, The Duelist.
Could have been like old English duels.
The Last Gunfighter, and he's dying of cancer. Well, at least that's the John Wayne one. Yeah.
Have you guys seen it? Jimmy? Webs?
Negative. I don't know what that is.
But I'm trying to figure out where it is on here.
Anyway, I'm giving it 2 solid thumbs up. It's a great John Western movie. It was one of his last ones before he died. And it really explained the kind of integrity and the kind of people that used to live in America and North America in general that survived in that really rough and tough life that was the 1850s to the 1900s. So I think it's a great movie. I think everybody should watch it if you get a chance, or even if you don't, seek it out.
What year was this movie made?
Duelist.
What year was this movie made? Because I'm not seeing.
I'm talking about there was 2 of them made, one in 54, which I haven't seen. I'm talking about the John Wayne one, which was made in, well, just before he died, so on 80 something. But I actually
You're talking about Duelist then, which is a John Wayne.
Duelist.
There's no movie called The Duelist that has John Wayne in it. There's
You're talking about The Shootist, yeah.
Shootist. Sorry. All right, Shootist. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
sorry. And I don't know where I came up with the Duelist.
And you said John Western.
John
You
Western.
said John Western earlier.
All right, so has anybody actually seen John Wayne's
Shootist.
say his last movie?
I have
I
not.
have not.
So pretty much same story.
I've seen The Shootist. I'll give it a thumbs up. It's been a while, but I know that it's interesting, and I like most John Wayne stuff.
Yeah, I'll give it 1. It's not my favorite John Wayne movie, but it's a good movie, I guess. And it is his last one, so you got to give him credit for it.
He was dying of cancer when he did it. And then in the movie, it was about the gunfighter dying of cancer.
Whoa,
Did
it's
he
like
never
surrealism
die
or
of
something.
cancer?
It was a super realism type movie. And that was a man that put his craft above everything else, and I respect him, and God, I wish we had more like him.
Yeah, it was 1976.
The Duelist with John Western.
It's like the dollar store version of a movie of the day.
All right, sorry. All right, I got the name wrong.
Hey, we got it figured out though. It's okay. It all came out in the wash.
Alrighty, so that was the movie
I
of the
think
day.
there was a Duelist movie, but it was about people with swords.
All right, movie of the day. So, gun shop of the day. We got nothing. Do you have something?
I don't, so who wants to pick a gun shop and talk about it?
Smiggy, why don't you give us a gun shop?
Maggie's done like 5. How many's Angelina done?
All right, Angelina will do one. Let's do.
What was the last gun shop you went to?
Bob,
Alright.
are you winking or what? What is that noise?
At least
Um,
things like that.
let's do.
That was Smeggy.
Shit, what's it called?
Oh, I know that one. That's a
Oak
good
Tree
one. I
Gun
like it.
Club. Oak Tree Gun Club.
Oak Tree Gun Club.
Yeah.
Free Gun Club. Is this for real, or you just made that up?
No, it's for real. They sell guns and it's a range. Santa Clarita.
Cool.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can get some pictures. Or whatever. But what kind of selection do they have? Like, do they have a lot of stuff, or they focus on one type of thing, or is it a pretty good mix?
Smeggy wants details. He wants all the dirt on it.
Well, I think we should lock on to G-Web's screen first. so I don't annoy everyone. But
Yeah.
it's
Nice range.
they got a good assortment of stuff. Shotguns. I think they just had an incident there last week, but really nice range, really good place to shoot. Yeah, archery, as you see as well.
But it is a range also.
Yeah, it's a range. They sell some guns. They got a restaurant. It's kind of like a one-stop shop.
Sounds like a yuppie gun range.
Kind of. It's a nice little place.
You can get a nice Bordeaux there after you've gone out and
Yeah, that doesn't really look yuppie to me.
Oh, yeah, that looks yuppie.
It's clean.
Yeah, that means it's yuppie.
Okay.
It's like a nice, it's like a nice, family hangout, and
Looks like they got a YouTube channel coming.
got a YouTube.
It's an outdoor range then?
Yes.
Really, the only pictures I found are on that main page, which makes it seem smaller when you look at that About Us page, and it went up on the hill, like the ridge next door. You can see how it's in that little valley, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It has the whole place, I'm guessing. So the ranges are out one of these directions, and then all the noise just goes up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a big place. They have like nice facilities, so I don't know. Sometimes you go to the range and it's like, oh, what is this?
Hoity place.
It says here, among the celebrities that have visited include Charlton Heston, Roy Rogers, Steven Spielberg, and John Milius. Other people, and then shortly after filming Conan, was often seen going here. So, yeah, cool. John Milius shoots there, or has shot there. Have you ever seen John Milius when you go there?
Nope.
I want to go there now.
It's a yuppie range, though, Bob.
Yeah, let's bash it the whole time and then say we want to go there.
No, I do want to go there. I want to go anywhere in California and shoot, just because I'd be able to bring my Canadian guns there, I think, if I was invited.
Looks like the trap and skeet is right out front. That's interesting. Oh, I guess I assume this was the front of the place. This is...
No, that's not the front.
Okay.
So that's Hollywood. You get to drink first and then shoot, right? Because there's special rules for, like, special people.
What are you talking about, Bob?
Well, no, it's just because,
Just
there's
relax.
rules,
What are you talking about?
rules for the ordinary people, like the dull normals, right? But in Hollywood, there's rules for Hollywood celebrities, and they can sit on the firing line and drink.
No,
shit.
come on, dude. You're making crap up. It's not. It's not adding any new information. You're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh, celebrities are there. They get to do stuff. I mean, come on. We were talking about a gun range. It seems like a nice gun range.
Oh, that gun range, I'm sure they wouldn't allow that. That's probably only on their
Well,
private.
there you go. So
Well,
let's move on to something different then.
Yeah, I didn't mean to insult the gun range in any way, shape, or form. I didn't mean that. I was trying to make a joke about Hollywood personalities and their double,
All right. So
Yeah.
what's the topic we're going to do?
All right, so gun of the day. Gun of the day.
Oh, what is the gun of the day? I picked that. I don't think I picked that. No, I know I didn't know. Original Winchester 1886 and Pedasali 1886-71 lever action comparison. Oh, and this is done by, I guess, this Cap and Ball guy. I've watched him a few times. He does really good videos. Good shout out to him for sure. But yeah, interesting guns. I mean, they have a great punch to them.
Watch this guy's video. What'd you do? Just like copy and paste a playlist?
I didn't do this. I don't know who did this. It wasn't me.
There's like
Not me.
videos, and I can't play any of these people's videos.
Oh, I know. I didn't do
me.
that. It wasn't me.
Thanks, Dano.
It was. No, I'm not shitting you. It really. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, this guy does great videos, and these are great lever action rifles. These are black powder straight ball cartridge, or pretty much straight ball, and a good gun. Like, make no mistake, this was the state-of-the-art technology for its time period. Nothing else put that kind of firepower in your hands. Yeah, so you can't say much more about it. Plus, I'm pretty sure those were Browning designs. Most of the lever actions were, or at least had a lot to do with Browning.
I think they were actually Glock designs.
No, Glock actually wasn't even glint in his grandfather's eyes.
That's how good he is.
Today in 1792, the Paris Legislative Assembly approved the use of the guillotine.
Oh.
Really?
Well, I guess that really takes us to history, doesn't it?
Apparently, we're going to history.
In 1841, Edgar Allan Poe's Murder in the Rue Morgue was considered the first detective story that was published.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
What year?
Sorry, 1841.
Really? I bet there was detective stories before that. I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong.
All right. Well, what else we got? Where's that? You know that site you were reading, Maggie?
The one next to it. It's next to the one I'm reading.
Yeah, you know, under further investigation, like, I barely saw any gun stuff on that website at all.
Red
I
Rock.
even looked up, like, dates that I knew were, like, you know, someone's birthday or whatever, and they weren't in there. So it might not be the best history thing.
Ah,
It's interesting to see other pieces of history, but yeah. Said as today was Mr. Rogers' birthday. I think it's in 1926, but I already closed the page.
Oh, Mr. Rogers. Were you guys?
Want to be my neighbor?
Fans?
What?
Was everyone a childhood fan or no?
Not for me. I think that was a little bit before me still.
Yeah, that's not.
Mr. Rogers? I remember seeing him on TV and just thinking, I'm glad he's not my uncle.
Yeah,
I
something
watched
fishy with
Mr.
that guy.
Rogers as a child. I enjoyed it. Of course, I also didn't have a lot of choices, so.
Midnight is saying he says guillotine instead of guillotine.
Guillotine.
How do you say it?
Guillotine is actually the correct pronunciation.
Guillotine.
Angelina, how do you say it?
Guillotine.
Guillotine.
You say guillotine?
I feel like that's how I say it, but maybe I don't now.
Bob, say it again in this time in your own time to say it.
Guillotine.
Jimmy?
Yeah, whenever there's two L's, it makes a Y. Guillotine.
Maggie?
Guillotine.
Yeah, it's called guillotine. People don't even know how to speak.
Guillotine.
If you want to speak French like that, go back to France.
Guillotine? Guillotine? Hey,
Yeah, you pull the lever on the guillotine.
come over here and pull the rope on the guillotine. We're going to chop the head off this royal person.
All right, so
Whatever.
take that, people who say guillotine correctly.
Guillotine.
So I guess I don't know. I think we're out of topics. Is there anything else that we've done wrong tonight, Bob? That we should?
Well, do you say Gillette razor or Gillette razor?
Gillette.
Never said that word.
I say Gillette.
Guillotine.
Isley or Gisley?
Gillette?
Gillespie.
Oh my God!
All right, so we've ruined it. So
All right,
Carbine.
carbine.
Hey, wait, check it out. So yeah, I got my sound effects. So pew pew
Pew, pew, pew.
ricochet. Everybody knows what that sound means. We haven't done one in a while. I really didn't prepare for this one. So I don't know what the hell that noise was. But so yeah, you know what it means. Crack them knuckles, whip out them keyboards, daily tactical pop quiz.
I was going to say
today-
I got my
Is
windbreaker
there an
on, but
answer in here somewhere?
I was going to say
Well-
I wanted my windbreaker, but I couldn't stop laughing long enough.
Oh, yikes. I don't see an answer, so.
It's probably not coming. This was a while back, and I know G-Webs probably may remember the answer, possibly. But I can go over to YouTube and check it out if not. But There was a conspiracy theory a while back about a gun manufacturer being a time traveler. Who was that gun manufacturer? Just give me the last name. If you can remember. I don't know if you got the clock, but just give them like
An
maybe
inventor.
30 seconds or whatever. I don't know. I doubt anyone will remember it.
I don't remember this one. Oh, I can't see the answers anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's not Colt, it's not Browning. It's not Browning. It's not Albert Einstein. It's not Waite. It's not Wesson or Remington or Thompson or Luger.
Where did this conspiracy come from?
It's super easy.
YouTube? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
There you go.
It was
Midnight Range got it at the end of the clock, so it's up to, I don't know, Angelina, if he still gets it or not.
Who is it?
Midnight Range.
Food Travis.
A lot of people consider him the Food Travis.
Yeah.
Food Travis.
I say it gets it.
I'll say the second Travis, right? Or the other Travis.
Yeah, he's
Alright,
other Travis.
I don't know. He's pretty well fed. He doesn't need any more fodder.
He can get it.
No. You're so soft on these.
So the correct answer, people are just listening, and although they could be following along in the comments now with the new YouTube thing, but correct answer was Maxim. Apparently, he was a time traveler.
Yeah, he was some Italian guy that made up the patent for the thing and then went into his little tool shed and came out Maxim.
Well,
Well, that's pretty cool. So, other Travis, by being the top of the tinfoil hat brigade, that makes you the tactical hot shot
of the day.
Is
Sorry,
going
Bob
on.
ruined it for you.
What happened?
Yeah. Did Bob do the quote yet?
Nope.
all right. Well, what's going on Big Channels tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday. Early watch is going to be on in the morning at about 10 Eastern now because of the time change. And I know there's going to be a chat, either Pants or Knives or somebody's going to have their chat up. Maybe Potatoes. He's been doing it lately. Then we get into prime time. Does Ellis switched his days now? Is he Tuesday?
He has switched his days because of his work schedule changed.
Okay, so he's coming on. Then Ghost comes on. Clover comes on. Who else am I not thinking of?
Does something come on at 9 o'clock, possibly?
Oh yeah, the Hit or Miss comes on with that guy. The Night
Hit or Miss Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. And actually, right after that,
Big Gunner, right?
yeah, Big Gunner does a show, and he was our member of the day. So he's been doing that for a while, and it's one of those things. He just started doing it. You know, if you ever think you have to be a special person to do a podcast, Big Gunner just started doing one, and he's had some pretty darn good guest people. You know, some big names in the firearm industry. So all the props to him, man. He's been working hard. So check his show out. It's good.
Word. And then wrap your night up right with the Daily Gun Show. Booyah.
The best show on the internet.
So just an update on the show then. I plan to do a bit of scheduling out today, but working on taxes and stuff. So I'm going to do that sometime this week. We'll be scheduling out the show and we'll have another format for you. So appreciate everybody's been sticking with us through the kind of transition here. We're going to come up with a format and then get going with it so it's a little more consistent. And yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So Bob, why don't you wrap us up?
I guess I could do that.
Everyone like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. And really, if you want, subscribe to Biker Bob 59 YouTube channel. I'm at 800 and I don't think I broke 850 yet. I've gotten close to it. I'm 848. Anyway, if I can get over to 1,000, I'll start doing live just blogs. So that'll be fun. But until then, let's do the quote of the day. This one is by Abraham Lincoln. So before that, I just want to remind everybody, despite Smeggy's rude, rushed, so fast appeal.
What is going on here?
I don't know. I'm having a stroke, I think. You ruined my hot shot. I ruined your end. Let's do the quote.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, support us on Patreon. But let's go with our quote. It's by Abraham Lincoln, and it's actually quite applicable for today, I guess, would be the term. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. So on those wise words from a too tall a guy, thanks everybody for watching and listening. We'll see you all tomorrow.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.